Bullish AMP cost expectations range somewhere in the range of 1 cent and 2 cents by 2030. Market experts accept AMP could reach 1 cent by 2025. Bearish AMP market cost expectation for 2023 is $0. AMP presentation. Clients have become used to paying quickly and the independence from worry over security while making buys. This is somewhat more trying for blockchains. Nonetheless, AMP is utilizing collateralization through its AMP token to ensure that network clients will not need to pick either speed and security. Despite the fact that the security token was just presented toward the finish of 2020, it has gained incredible headway. The organization is now being utilized by north of 40,000 areas, and its cryptographic money is beginning to get some decent forward momentum. Could we at any point estimate the cost of AMPs, and is the token a method for installment later on? What is AMP? In the space of cryptography, there is banter about whether to put security or speed first. To guarantee the well-being of each and every exchange, security is required, yet speed is fundamental for the far and wide reception of a blockchain. Collateralization is AMP's solution to this issue. Clients can wager digital money with every exchange to guarantee that it will finish. The maker of Flexa organization, Tyler Spalding, additionally established AMP. It is built on the Flexa organization and records two basic roles. While people can involve AMP for secure and quick exchanges from their own resources, consolidating Flexa with AMP is feasible for dealers to ensure that installments are paid progressively. The interest for a strong and far-reaching stage will increment as blockchain client bases keep on extending. Financial backers are starting to see the value in AMP's clever thought. AMP's white paper contends that it fills in as a vehicle for gathering esteem while matching the motivations, everything being equal in dispersed tokenized monetary organization. This is finished by consolidating a non-inflationary motivation conveyance with positive input circles of rising spending capacity. Essential monetary models are created to show that AMP proceeds as low unpredictability guarantee, with its worth becoming simply because of the utility it offers. By empowering decentralized possession and support in monetary organizations, applications based on AMP can become significant degrees more expense-effective than existing frameworks and assist with wiping out the mind-boggling extra weight loss of customary social and monetary designs for monetary exchanges. The record proceeds. AMP is at present worth $0. AMP has moved 2.20% as of now with an exchanging volume of $9,404,786. AMP is presently positioned 182 among all digital forms of money with a market capitalization of $148,478,406 USD. Using the general strength file, moving weighted normal, Williams fractal and moving normal combination uniqueness from the diagram above, we can decide cost designs for AMP to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Our cost expectation figures utilize continuous AMP market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost expectations in light of current market action. AMP value forecast 2023 AMP, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing cryptographic forms of money to rise this year. The AMP cost figure for 2023 expects a huge expansion in the year's final part, perhaps coming to $0. Similarly as with other digital currencies, the ascent will be slow, however no extensive drops are normal. Averaging $0 cost is very aggressive, however it is possible soon given expected coordinated efforts and headway. AMP is supposed to have a base worth of $0. AMP value expectation 2024 of every 2024. AMP cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the possible declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of AMP will before long outperform $0. In any case, we ought to hold on to check whether the AMP's overall strength list emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, AMP will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0, a typical exchanging cost of $0. AMP value expectation 2025 assuming that the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach 1 cent and AMP might benefit. On the off chance that the market encounters a downfall, the objective may not be met. AMP is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of 1 cent and a low of 1 cent in 2025. AMP value expectation 2026 assuming that AMP effectively helps market feeling among digital currency fans. The AMP coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, AMP will be green in 2026. The AMP is supposed to reach and outperform its unsurpassed high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual cash will be valued at 1 cent, with a base cost of 1 cent and a typical cost of 1 cent. AMP value expectation 2027 after some broad determining and specialized investigation. We gauge the AMP cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of 1 cent by 2027. With a base cost of 1 cent anticipated before the year's end. Besides, AMP has a greatest value worth of 1 cent. AMP value forecast 2028 because representing things to come organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028. We are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around 2 cents. On the off chance that AMP figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a most extreme cost of 2 cents. Neglecting to accumulate the help AMP needs by 2028 could bring about a low of 2 cents. AMP value forecast 2029. While AMP is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to hurry cooperation, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been put at 2 cents and a yearly cost close above 2 cents in 2029. AMP value expectation 2030. By 2030, AMP will at long last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost levels. The base cost could be 2 cents and possibly arrive at a most extreme value worth of 2 cents. Averaging out at 2 cents. AMP value expectation 2031. The cryptographic money market is known to be exceptionally unstable, which is one of the many justifications for why cost estimating is a troublesome errand. Makes an honest effort to conjecture future sticker costs with accuracy. But all forecasts ought not be taken as monetary guidance, and you should DYOR. In 2031, we are anticipating that cryptographic money should have acquired reception across numerous areas. Thusly, the greatest AMP cost in 2031 is projected to be 3 cents in case of a bull run, with a typical value level of 3 cents. And AMP has a great deal of potential in the crypto field thanks to confirmations with respect to security and speed. Yet, for the AMP cryptographic money to find success, experts accept that it will expect it to continue growing its environment and displaying its valuable applications. What is the AMP cost today? Today, AMP is exchanging at $0 an all-out market capitalization of $148,478,406. Is AMP a wise venture? AMP ended up being one of the most discussed coins in the crypto space this previous year. In light of this, it is shrewd to say that AMP is a decent decision of venture. How high could AMP at any point go? The typical cost of AMP might conceivably reach $0 a year. Throughout the following 5 years, it is projected that AMP might outperform 2 cents. What amount will AMP be worth in 5 years? In view of the rising prominence of cryptographic money and AMP, a drawn-out interest in AMP could see the value ascend to 2 cents inside the following 5 years. What amount will AMP be worth in 10 years? In the event that you put resources into AMP today, similarly as with any venture, a drawn-out increment is normal. The cost of AMP might actually ascend to 4 cents inside the following 10 years. What will the AMP cost be in 2024? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2024. What will the AMP cost be in 2025? AMP cost is supposed to reach 1 cent by 2025. What will the AMP cost be in 2026? AMP cost is supposed to reach 1 cent by 2026. What will the AMP cost be in 2027? AMP cost is supposed to reach 1 cent by 2027. What will the AMP cost be in 2028?